Barbershop Conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. So, as I was just talking about yesterday, about if Donald Trump can save the streets of Chicago, I just heard than viewed a video that's going to break your heart. And I'm just going to let you watch it and, or click on the link in the description box, excuse me. And it's tough to listen to, man, because for me, it's tough because I know these people look like me, quite possibly even live like me, and the perpetrators, I believe, just based off of location, look like me. And I know we have our ups and downs and our left and rights about Donald Trump and bringing the National Guard, but when you hear stories like this, a 2-year-old kid murdered and a pregnant woman shot in her stomach, like what's the solution? These guys need to be off the street. And if there's a no snitching policy going on in the hood, I know people say don't snitch, you gotta snitch. Listen, snitching to some degree is healthy. You know, I would never have to worry about snitching because that's not my company. So I never walk out the house thinking, "Oh man, I gotta protect the freedom of my friends because he did something terrible." That's not my company. So I never have to worry about something like this. 99.9 times out of 100. But let me tell you guys something. Whoever your God is will hold you accountable. I just believe that because that's what the universe tells me. That's what energy tells me. That's what karma tells me. And the portion of me that's the piece of me that's still Christianity tells me this. You know, it's just heart wrenching listening to this, man. Uncontrollable, don't know how to respond. Um, quite possibly holding a dead body. It's tough. You're in a you're in the pickle. Guys don't talk on the street. No jobs. Violence ensues. And who are the victims? Your next door neighbor. So something has to give. And it's definitely 14, 15 prong. I'm a huge, I understand where drugs come from. I understand where guns come from. I understand the government role in this. I'm not in denial. I also believe in personal accountability. And personal accountability, if you have some form of personal accountability and some 25-year-old punk is running around with a gun, he or she, they're running around with a gun shooting people, how are you going to enter them pearly white gates? Listen, let me tell you this. If I know a motherfucker that's running around shooting, killing people, you think I'm gonna lay idle? And no, I don't. That's the same. Listen, the same energy and accountability I'm holding the Golden Boy is the same accountability I must hold those thugs in the street. That's it. The same accountability that I wish to hold Donald Trump to is the same accountability I'm gonna hold them thugs in the street. Like they got that saying, snitches get stitches. Man, Those motherfuckers are killing our kings and queens and our princes and our princesses because they want to, not out of self-defense. Man, you better get the fuck out of here with that. It's not happening on my watch. I don't know anyone. I mean, I know someone who's killed somebody. They did their time. I don't know anyone that's killed somebody that's running the streets. I don't know. I got a handful of my cousins doing 25 to life. There's no way. So, anyways, barbershop conversations, man. Again, click the link in the description box. But this is heart wrenching, man. How can you listen to this video and then hear snitches get stitches? And I know people dumb, ignorant people gonna say, well, they deserve it. No, no one deserves to die. There's no comeback. Excuse me. No one deserves to be murdered. There's no comeback from being murdered. The same accountability that I'm gonna hold the KKK to is the same accountability I'm gonna hold these thugs in the street, brown, white, black. You know, and I know the black on black crime. I know that it's 14 pronged. It's not one solution. I worked on a film where I had the opportunity of speaking to a drug dealer who made millions of dollars a day. I know of these stories, so pray for the family, send positive energy to this family, send positive energy to the future families. It's a sad and humbling truth that this is going to happen again. Send positive energy to the future. Maybe we can derail a couple of shootings or a couple of injuries or a couple malicious accidents, man, because listening to that girl that got shot in the stomach that says she can't go to the hospital because she may have to go to jail. I don't know what she did, or man, killing a 2-year-old, man. I got a little toddler, man. I got a little boy. I apologize that this video is going long, but it's heart wrenching, man. It's heart wrenching. What do? We don't want Donald Trump to go into the hood, but we got these dumb motherfuckers shooting random people in a car who look like their sister, listen, the same accountability that they held Jerry Sandusky's son to is the same accountability I'm gonna hold these thugs in the street. It's a barbershop conversation, guys. I know we can go on forever, but man, please, 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 please send positive energy to this family, future families, past families, because I know we've become desensitized to a bit, but when you actually hear it, not being cleaned up by the news or media, and you're listening to the primary account, it's gut wrenching. It's heart wrenching to hear something like this, man. Knowing you can't do anything about it and knowing that it's unjust, the action was unjust. The same accountability I hold George Zimmerman to is the same accountability that I'm going to hold that dumb black nigga in the hood that's walking around assassinating people. The same. The only thing is his skin is different. So I've been on both sides of the fence as it relates to this, and the one common denominator that I've come up with is personal accountability. I've been on the side of the fence that says the government plays the biggest part in this. I've been on the other side of the fence where I'm like, as black men, we must be leaders and protect our families. So I've been on both sides of the fence, but in the middle of those two fences is something called personal accountability. And I had to learn it. I didn't come out the womb knowing what personal accountability is. I didn't graduate from high school with taking 6 period personal accountability. I didn't graduate from college with a minor or major in personal accountability. It takes time. It takes honesty. So I'm gonna end it here, man. I don't want to make this video too long because I know but again, send positive energy to the past, present, and future. Because these videos are gut wrenching. I'll talk to you guys soon.